Hey guys, Corey here with day 5 of my December documented. Um, I started this page last night, or not last night, but the day before. I'm voice recording this now, and I had already decided that I was going to use this photo and do like flip it over with the journaling. So it had been too dark to be filming the night before, so I went ahead and just started where I left off the night before, and I'm filming now. So you can see how this page kind of came together. Um, I also had tried to film day 4, and when I looked back at the video, it had a terrible glare from my window, and I didn't realize it while I was filming. But looking at it on after it had been filmed, it was really bad, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to trash that video anyhow. You really just couldn't make out everything because of the glare was so bad. So anyhow, I apologize for 4 not being up. I don't know if I'm actually going to film every single page that I'm doing, but I want to try and get as many done as possible. So anyhow, that's my story on the filming. So this journaling was a big thing of journaling. It was this whole story that I printed on vellum. The vellum came in the November hip kits. I am only using hip kit supplies for this, except for a couple things in my stash, like red embossing powder. I'm using a little bit of washi tape, and then also some twine. Other than that, I'm using the November 2019 hip kits, the 2019 December documented kit, and then once the December hip kits come out, then I will be adding that into my supplies as well. So just so you guys have an idea of what I am using, but this whole album is just going to be hip kit basically materials. So anyhow, just to give you a heads up. So anyhow, I had printed this journaling on vellum. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do the journaling on that. Printing it also made it so that I could adjust the font, so I could get it all on this one strip because I just wanted it just behind the photo. My pages are 6x8s, except for this photo was a 6x8, and I actually cut it down so that it's just under 4 inches wide and then 8 inches long. But the rest of it was just the front of my house, and I had tubs of like Christmas decorations and stuff that I hadn't picked up yet when I took this photo. So honestly, it was probably good that I just cut all that stuff out because it didn't make it look like super great. Okay, so I'm well on my way of getting this getting day 5 all ready to go. So from now, I'm just gonna kind of embellish this and get it all, get it ready to be put into the album. So I am right here going to use red embossing powder to put my number 5 on. But what I want to do is kind of do something more than just the white circle. So I found this great little ornament wood piece that came in the kits. It's a little bit, the opening in it is a little bit larger than the punch size that I have. So after this, I am going to back it with something just to get more color, which then of course lets me make things be off center. So anyhow, it's just like one thing leads to another. So I'm just trying to embellish this and make it look cute. And I kind of have this tendency to like make these 6x8 pages like I would do my regular pages, which is crazy. I really should have simplified things, but it doesn't seem as though I'm going to do that. So I was trying to decide between the blue and the green to back this little ornament, and I decided to go with the blue. Our front door is blue, and so, which it's not like it's a major part of this photo, but I figured at least I would pull that color in a little bit more. So once I back this, then I can go ahead and get my little 5 put on there. This story is actually all about my husband and his new clothes that we got him for his holiday party. He's just kind of funny about it, and so anyhow, it was a good story, and it was a great picture of him, so I was really excited about being able to get one and share it. So I was gonna do this like the little banner thing with the lights. It did not look good, you guys, so I just stopped, and I'm just gonna go back. I eventually put some stars on this just to give it a little bit of sparkle, but the little banner thing did not look real great. So add my twine and get this right there so it'll be perfect for the number. See there, I'm adding some stars. I actually had gotten some embossing powder kind of smudged on there, and it's so tough, especially with red. you know, and I'm not a great stamper. And so, like, I probably had some sticky stuff on my fingers. I don't know. Embossing powder got stuck onto that. And so I had these like funky smudge things, and I didn't like that. So it worked out really great. These stars kind of cover it, plus it adds a little bit of sparkle. And I love that. So now I've got this whole opening thing, but I don't like how it's just white. Plus, when you open it, you can see where I had the red that kind of like made the flip and everything. So I'm just going through and trying to decide which paper is going to be best to to put back behind the photograph. Now, this white paper with little snowflakes, I had 2 sheets of it. I'm definitely going to use both sheets. I probably could use more of it. It's just kind of a nice neutral paper. And although it never snows, well, very rarely snows here in Georgia, it's perfect for so many of these pages just to add, you know, a little bit to my pages. So I put this on there, punch the hole so it can get through. And then I'm like, what am I going to put back in there? So I did go in and I printed off the the image from the holiday party invitation that we got via email. I figured that would be a good thing to put back there. It's going to be back behind him, so you're not really going to see it anyhow, but when you open it up to read the journaling, it'll be there, and it'll just kind of give more reference to the day. Plus, then I thought I could add a couple of Christmas trees, since there are the little trees in the photograph, just there so that when it is closed, the photo's closed, then you would be able to have that little visual right there and kind of balance it out a little bit. Now, once I got to this page, I was feeling like it was pretty good, but that white to the side was still just a little too much white for me. So I just got out a little bit of the blue paint, since that's the backing I did for the number 5. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of droplets just around. They're not even very big. They're really small, but it's enough to like just give it a little bit of color, a little bit of the messiness. To have one page that would be too clean and simple would definitely make me feel like my album was not all the way flowing and cohesive. So anyhow, that just helped get it all together. And guys, that is it. That is day 5. Putting it into my album, and we're good to go. So here's a close-up of day 5, and then just kind of how it looks with the flip out, and that is it. So you guys, thanks so much for watching, and come back again for some more days of December Daily. Bye.